Hi friends, I'm Gio, and welcome back to my channel. Today's story is called Making Music. Let's get started. Movie theaters are crazy places. I should know. I've worked in Cinema 18 for the last 5 years. I'm Garrett Park, 21, and as scary as it sounds, I've quit my job. Today's my last day. 12 months ago, this college guy came into the theater with a group of other college guys. They wanted to see the new spy flick. I lost my heart to one of those guys. Makoto with the dark hair and the dark eyes and the mysterious way he smiled. But everybody called him Mac. He came to my register for his ticket, popcorn, and a drink. He wanted a large lemonade because he sang, and it helped to keep his vocal cords clean. Of course I asked, "Are you in a band?" And he gestured to his friends and said, "Me and my friends made one. I play guitar and sing, but I'm not the main singer. We're still arguing about the name. I like Jumping Pyros, but they wanted reincarnated hamsters." Hamsters? I wouldn't spend money on that one. "I'd like to hear you perform sometime," I said. His friends were talking to some girls on the other side of the theater, so Mac pulled out his earbuds, found something on his phone, and played it. It was kind of like metal punk, but with a modern twist based on K-pop vocals. Mac sung in a higher range. He was an alto. One of his friends glanced over and saw us. He whispered something to another friend. "Hey, move the line and fill the popcorn machine. We're getting low," my manager yelled. That was that. I didn't think I'd ever see Mac again. A week later, a giant monster flick came out. Mac and his friends came to the theater. One of Mac's friends said, "Told you he'd be here." Even though I had people in my line, Mac waited in my line. "We'll save you a seat," his friend said, but one of them smiled at Mac. Mac reached the front of my line, smiling, and then bit his lower lip. He barely glanced at me, but when he looked up, he gave me a very nervous smile. "Hi, Garrett. Popcorn and a drink, please." It seemed like he wanted to say more. I know I did. "Did you choose a name for the band yet?" "The Swimming Comets. The movie's starting," he said, glancing at the digital clock behind me. I got him his drink and popcorn, and he walked away, but kept glancing back. I could swear I heard him say, "Stupid, stupid, stupid, why didn't I ask him?" Another show was about to start, and another would start in 15 minutes. Movie theaters are like that. Super busy to the point of going insane, followed by minutes of boring calmness. About 2 hours later, Mac and his friends left their movie, laughing about some scene involving the monster attacking a bathtub, when one of the friends pushed Mac to my line. The guy muttered, "Either you do it, or I will." "Ralphie, I can do it," Mac whispered. Mac turned away so I didn't catch the rest of his response. 2 minutes later, his friend Ralphie put his hands on Mac's shoulders and marched him up to me. Ralphie said to Mac, "You or me, you know I will." "Will what?" I said. Mac was the poster boy for serious nerves. I didn't think I was that scary, but I guess I am. Ralphie said, "Mac wants to ask you something personal." "Okay, nobody's in line right now, but it won't stay that way for long. I'm all yours for 2 minutes, I said. "Better hurry," Ralphie whispered to Mac. I suspect I knew what this was about, but I played dumb. Mac finally made serious eye contact. "You know how last week you wanted to hear us play? Next, Saturday, we're playing at this university, Battle of the Bands, and it's streamed, and, We're going out for pizza after. Congratulations. Sounds fun, I said. This wasn't exactly what I was expecting, but I gave him an encouraging smile. Ask Garrett now, Ralphie whispered. Mac turned to me, more nervous than ever. Ralphie, give me a second. Listen, Garrett, we're only playing 3 songs, and if you can't make it, it's okay. Fill up the popcorn machine. The kids are coming, my manager yelled. Hurry, Ralphie said. Would you be my date? Mac said. Ralphie rolled his eyes as if to say, About time. Sure, I said. Can we swap phone numbers and I'll text you the information? Rushed out of Mac's mouth so fast it took me a second to comprehend. I held my phone up. Mac dialed his number on my phone. When his phone rang, I had a date. As they were leaving, Ralphie said to Mac, See, it's not that hard. What if he'd say no? Mac said. They left the theater so I couldn't hear what the rest of the conversation was. Mac didn't text me for 2 days. I wasn't surprised. He probably didn't want to appear needy. I bet Ralphie coached him with what to write. That first text broke the ice. Mac and I began to talk, but only through texting. Saturday, outside the University Student Services building, I found the group getting their instruments ready under a green and gold pavilion. Nearby was a temporary stage, a crowd of a couple hundred college students, and several other bands setting up. One band, Pixie with One Red Shoe, was on the stage playing. Several shirtless guys were sitting on the lawn near the stage. One of them had a full back tattoo of a samurai warrior. You came. I didn't think you would, Mac said, running over to me. His eyes were alive and his voice was full of excitement. Are you kidding? When I post the video, do you know how jealous everybody will be? I'm dating the cute guitarist for the Swimming Comets, I said. We're not calling the band that anymore, Ralphie said, walking up to us. What's the band's name? I asked. Jumping Pyros, Mac said. I told Mac that if he asked you out, we'd call the band the name he wanted, Ralphie said. We chatted for a few minutes, and then the group began to warm up. Soon enough, it was their turn. The first song was the one Mac had played for me back at the movie theater. When Mac was on stage, his nervousness disappeared, and he came alive. It was like he became a different person, confident, sure of himself, and he belted out the songs with the others. He was a monster on the guitar. The time sailed. Once their songs were over, they bowed and exited the stage while the next band showed up. Several stagehands helped them get their amps and drums off the stage in 5 minutes. I had recorded the entire concert, and with a few clicks, I sent it to my Facebook page. The guys were floating, high on adrenaline. It was their first concert. Mac had become a different person. Bright, bubbly, energetic. He was as wild as the other guys. We went to a nearby diner. Us, the guys, girlfriends, and we celebrated. Mac and I kissed for the first time that night. Well, more than kissed. Mac was never timid again, at least around me. A year later, I quit my job. Mac and the guys were going on a 2-month tour around the western states, and I'm going with them as their equipment manager. Specifically, I'm going with Mac. It's our honeymoon. The end. Thanks for sharing the story with me, everybody. I appreciate it. We'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.